Hello and welcome to Introduction to Gydeline. The first time you enter the software, you'll be taken through an introductory tour to familiarise yourself with the controls and next steps. Following that, you enter the dashboard which, as you can see here, shows the sources to which you are subscribed and the unpopulated dashboard tiles. We'll come back to those once they become a little more interesting. You can see here that the organisation is subscribed to two sources: the General Data Protection Regulations and Requirements for IT Infrastructure, otherwise known as the Cyber Essentials Scheme. Let's start the Cyber Essentials Scheme assessment by clicking on Assessments and then onto Cyber Essentials. Here you can see question portfolios for Cyber Essentials. Let's start with the basic organisational information by clicking on the Go To section button. Now we have displayed a set of questions about the organisations. Let's start by entering the company's name. We need to select the type of organisation. In this case, I'm going to select Private Limited Company by Shares. With a limited company, you'll have a company house reference number. Let's enter one here. You do not have to complete a portfolio to exit. Click Save and Exit at the top, and you can already see progress with the assessment. Let's quickly finish this section and see what's happened to the dashboard. You'll notice that there's an eye next to each question. If you click on the eye, you will be shown a brief insight into how to answer the questions. Here you'll find out information on why the system is requesting the data, so you can be confident that there is a purpose to providing an answer. At the bottom, there is a Next button. If we click this, it takes you to the next portfolio of questions in the assessment. Now the scope portfolio is displayed. If we scroll to the bottom, you will see a Next and Previous button. Clicking the Save button here stores the answers you have already provided. Let's click Save and return to the dashboard. We can see that there is one control that has been found compliant. Again, if you click on the eye, you will see a little more help on what you are looking at and how to interpret the colours. The Active Assessments tile shows how many assessments have been completed. You can see we have completed one of the 18. You can also note when the last update was actioned. This may be useful if you're not the only one answering the questions. Finally, the current vulnerabilities show that we're okay at the moment. If we drill into the Cyber Essentials below, we take a different route to answering the questions by looking at the controls. If we click on Defining Scope and Policies, we can see the questions here. Let's answer something that will make us non-compliant. Select No to the first question and then click on Save and Exit. Now we see the dashboard tile has changed and there are two alerts at the top of the screen. One unread vulnerability and one unread action. Let's click on the warning icon. Here it's showing a minor vulnerability. It's rated 1 out of 10, so it's pretty insignificant. If you click, you can see the action that's needed to correct your assessment. You can mark these as red if you wish, which removes it from the alert at the top, but the sidebar will still show it. You can access a list of the actions by clicking the alert at the top or on the sidebar. Vulnerabilities are sorted by rating, whereas actions are listed by the date they were identified. Again, you can mark it as red and it will move to the bottom of the list. But with just one to show, it doesn't do much at this time. Let's just fix this. If we click on Overview again and go into Cyber Essentials, then down to the Scope group and to the Go To section. We can then change that answer, save and exit back to the dashboard. There. No actions, no vulnerabilities. But we have a way to go before we're proven compliant. So, just to finish off this quick tour, you can also see a Sources option in the sidebar. In here, you can browse a version of source information. Let's click on Cyber Essentials. As a note, this is not a replacement for the official documentation, but is indicative of the information used to build the assessment. It does show as you read whether you're compliant with what you're looking at with either a tick or a cross. Finally, on the sidebar, there is a notifications option and at the top, a bell icon. Clicking on either of these will give you a list of messages that we have sent you. They may tell you of a new release of guidance, about the timing of systems maintenance, or maybe when answers to questions have expired. We will work not to swamp you with these, so it's worth reviewing them as you enter the system. I hope that you found this a useful demonstration. Thanks for watching, and please do feedback via the contact support link at the bottom of the screen.